Greetings and welcome to the 2020 Helen Hayes Awards virtual celebration. Thank you for joining us here tonight from wherever you are.
In addition to the nominees here in this virtual room, we have a community room filled with friends, family, colleagues, and the greater theater community that wanted to be present and support these nominees at this time. Let's get a look at all our friends and colleagues waving.
Yay!
Yay! This unprecedented time has us all looking to connect in different ways. I'm going to introduce Amy Austin, the president and CEO of Theater Washington, who would like to share a greeting and a message to the community.
Hello, everyone. My name is Amy Austin, she, hers, and welcome to the Helen Hayes Awards. This is the 6th of 7 nights of individual award nominations that will be followed by a culminating event on September 25th at 7 p.m. The Helen Hayes Awards are being presented virtually during a time when the theater community is suffering from the loss of performance in the theaters, loss of work, particularly for the independent theater makers, and loss of jobs in institutions. We want to affirm the heightened need for equity, anti-racism, and anti-oppression in our theater institutions at this time, and for our Black, Indigenous, and people of color artists. We want to recognize the need for change and community change. We want to recognize that this need for change is not new, but long overdue. And the way forward is often not one that requires more time or learning, but simply trusting that those who are most harmed by oppression and inequity know exactly what changes need to happen. The time is now to simply listen and support each other in making the very changes that too many have been asking for too long. While we take the time to celebrate the collective and collaborative work of the community, we want to thank the foundations, individuals, and sponsors who have supported the Helen Hayes Awards. We're celebrating for the first time without our longtime board chair, theater booster, and lover, Victor Shargai. We thank Craig Pascal, Victor's husband, and the family of Victor Shargai, Eric and Heidi Muskoff, Frida Evan and Sarah Zing Eisenberg, and Sandy Hoffman. We thank our community sponsor, Andrew R. Ammerman, our chairs, John and Meg Hauge, Honorary Chair Monty Hoffman, the Share Fund, Vassar Browerman Group, Debbie Schrager and Scott Abelman, Alan Savada and Will Stevenson, Carl Smith and Michael Burke, Myrna Fawcett, plus the Office of Cable Television, Film, Music, and Entertainment in the District of Columbia, led by Director Angie Gates, and the District of Columbia Arts and Humanities Commission, led by Acting Executive Director Haran Sarika Baran. Thank you.
Thank you, Amy. We would like to introduce our special guests here today, the nominees for Outstanding Direction in a Play in both the Helen and Hayes categories. We will do a brief round of introductions. Please tell us your name, your pronouns, the name of the show and theater you're nominated for. As a way to celebrate first-time nominees, mention if this is your first-time nomination. Also, say one word to describe how you're feeling tonight. And when you're done, I'll pass it along to the next nominee.
I'll demonstrate. Hi, my name is Helen Hedman. My pronouns are she, her, hers. I am a co-presenter today, and I'm calling in from Adelphi, Maryland. I'll pass it on to Allison.
Hello, my name is Allison Curran. My pronouns are she, her, hers. I'm a co-presenter, and I'm calling in from DC. And again, when you're done, I'll pass it along to the next nominee. So first, I'll pass it along to Damone Seraphin.
Allison and Helen, could we have everybody say how they're feeling tonight and if they're a first-time nominee?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Hi, it's Damone Seraphin. I'm a first-time nominee. Pronouns are he and him and his, and I am so excited to be a part of this cadre of amazing artists. I'm just stoked for the night. I'm doing double duty, so I'm hosting a show and being present here in the awards. So, you know, if you see me looking to the right, your left, then just know it's on my section. But I'm excited to be here with everybody. Hey.
Thank you, Damone. I would pass it along to Juan Francisco Villa, but I don't believe he's here. Is that correct?
That's right.
Okay. All right. Thank you then. We miss you, Juan. I'll pass it along to Raymond O. Caldwell.
Yo, what's up, everyone? My name is Raymond O. Caldwell, he, him, his, and sometimes Queen. I am a first-time nominee. I am nominated for Theater Alliance's Blood at the Root. And tonight I am feeling counted, as in the census. I hope everyone's feeling counted.
Thank you, Raymond. I'll pass it along to Danielle A. Drakes.
Hi, y'all. Danielle here, she, her, hers. I'm a first-time nominee for Clytemnestra, an epic slam poem produced by Theater Alliance. I am honored and excited to be here tonight. And that's all.
That's great. Thank you, Danielle.
Thank
I'll
you.
pass it along now to Rick Hammerly.
Hi, folks. Rick Hammerly here. Pronouns he, him, his. I am nominated for Factory 449's production of that high-energy comedy, Agnes of God. This is not my first nomination. That would be 24 years ago in 1996. And I am feeling anxious to get back to my cocktail.
Thank you, Rick. I'll pass it along to Alex Levy.
Hi, everyone. I'm Alex Levy. I'm the co-director of Columbinus at First Stage. My pronouns are he, him, his. Since there were supposed to be two of us here, I'm going to steal an extra word and say I'm missing Juan, who sends his love from Los Angeles and wishes he could be here today.
Thank you, Alex. I'll pass it along now to Vato Sikurishvili.
Hi, my name is Vato Sikurishvili, he, him, his, and I am feeling very nervous.
Thank you, Vato. I'll pass it along to Vivian Benish.
Hi, everyone. I'm Vivian Benish, calling in from Chapel Hill, North Carolina. I'm a first-time nominee for the Folger Theater's production of Love's Labor's Lost, and I'm feeling very, very blessed to be in such amazing company and here tonight.
Thank you, Vivian. I'll pass it along to Jose Carrasquillo.
Jose, you're muted, Jose.
Oh my God, of course, I had to do that. Thank you, Amy. My name is Jose Carrasquillo, pronouns he, his, him. I am a first-time nominee for First Stage production of The Brother Size. I am feeling really honored to be in the company of my fellow nominees. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jose. I'll pass it along to Robert Richmond.
Hello, I'm Robert Richmond, he, him, his. I'm nominated for Nell Gwynn at the Folger Theatre. It's my second nomination. I was nominated for Henry VIII in 2010, also for the Folger Theatre, and I'm delighted to be here. Yeah, cheers.
Thank you, Robert. Cheers to you. I'll pass it along to Ryan Roulette.
Hi, everybody. I'm Ryan Roulette. I'm the he, him, his. I'm the artistic director of Roundhouse Theatre, where I co-directed Curious Incident with Jared Mazzacci, and I'm a first-time nominee and just thrilled to be here with everybody tonight.
Thank you, Ryan. I'll pass it along to Jared Mazzacci.
Hi, everybody. Jared Mazzacci, he, him, his, co-directing alongside Ryan for Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime. It is not my first nomination, but my first in the directing category. And I'm really humbled and really grateful to be amongst such amazing artists that I've been very inspired by in the previous years. So it's great to be here. Yeah.
Thank you, Jared. And finally, I'll pass it along to Nicole A. Watson.
Unmute. Hi, everybody. My name is Nicole A. Watson. My pronouns are she, her, hers. I'm calling from Salisbury, Vermont, which is the land of the Mohicans. This is my first nomination for Roundhouse Theater's production of Jocelyn Bio's Schoolgirls, or the African Mean Girls play, and I am giddy to be in such excellent company. Thank you.
Thanks, Nicole. We also want to acknowledge our other partners in these projects. First, Chair Interpreted Productions for providing American Sign Language interpretation, and Creative Video of Washington for providing technical audio and visual coordination. Welcome all.
Directing a theatrical production requires a balance of many skills. Vision and creativity must be balanced with collaboration and communication to bring the entire team together to create a unified storytelling experience.
I believe we are changing.
Our new interpreter's coming.
Interpreters? Yes, we are. We have a new interpreter with us. Hello. Now, we would like to highlight each nominee for outstanding direction of a play, Helen. In preparing for these calls, we were able to collect highlights from reviews and biographies of the nominees, or a tribute from a colleague, mentor, collaborator, whom the nominees recommended that spoke to their work this year.
Damone Seraphin is nominated for his work on Avant-Barde Theater's production of Top Dog, Underdog. About Avant-Barde Theater's production of Top Dog, Underdog, the Washington Post said, "The turn on a dime moment is just one of the layered, modulating sequences that enrich this first-rate Top Dog Underdog. And under the artful direction of Damone Seraphin, the performers capitalize on the story's fluctuating moods and engrossingly restless power dynamics." Damone Seraphin is an award-winning actor, singer, director, and the founding artistic director of the New American Theater Company in New York. He previously worked with Avant-Barde as a performer in its acclaimed original production of The Gospel et Colonis. Damone is the recipient of a Regional Emmy Award and a Joseph Jefferson Award. Congratulations, Damone.
Hey, thank you all so much. Oh my God, I just jumped off of my show to accept this award. Oh my goodness. First, listen, thank you to Tom and everybody out.
Devon, wait, hang on a minute. That hasn't happened yet. Sorry, we were reading a tribute about you.
Yeah, we were saying nice things about you.
I'll say them again if you don't want to miss them. Great, let's carry on.
Okay. Juan Francisco Villa shares his nomination tonight with Alex Levy for First Stage's production of Columbinus. The production's sound designer, Kenny Neal, had this to say: "I've worked with the directing partnership of Juan Villa and Alex Levy twice at First Stage, and both times were profoundly moving experiences. On both Columbinus and Jesus Hopped the A Train, we created and explored worlds of isolation and connection, both hopeful and devastatingly heartbreaking. In Columbinus, we were tasked with retelling a tragic story full of horror, but did not want to betray the trust of the audience through design meant to shock and unnerve. Instead, we pulled back, let the story speak for itself, and allowed the audience to fill in the silences. Through their leadership, we endeavored to go beyond presenting the obvious, period setting, shorthand, and instead went deeper into the unfamiliar to better represent the outsider nature of the characters. Collaborating with Juan and Alex has brought out some of the best work I've been able to create. Congrats, Juan.
For Raymond O. Caldwell's nominated work on Theater Alliance's production of Blood at the Root, Assistant Director Arya Vels had this to say. They wrote, Blood at the Root is a play about the complexities and contradictions of privilege, prejudice, and racial justice. And I can think of few directors who could lean into those themes with such nuance and generosity as Raymond Caldwell. The true strength of his vision came not just in the bold choices in his direction that the audiences saw, but in the honest, quiet conversations within the rehearsal room. He facilitated an environment that challenged everyone to examine the contradictions of privilege and prejudice within ourselves, infusing more empathy in the artistic call for justice. As the story and themes of Blood at the Root endure, so too does Raymond's deep compassion and understanding in the hearts of every person who witnessed this work.
Danielle A. Drakes is nominated for Clytemnestra, an epic slam poem at Theater Alliance. The production stage manager, Ricky Ramone, had this to say. Danielle is an absolutely amazing actress, director, and educator. She has set the standard for excellence in theater. So grab your pens and paper, write this down on your bucket list. I need to work with Danielle Drakes. Trust me, the experience to work with her is priceless. Congratulations.
For Rick Hammerly's nominated work on Factory 449's Agnes of God, friend and cast member Felicia Curry had this to say. They wrote, Dame Hammerly, most people know you as the guy who won the Helen Hayes Award for Hedwig, but I know you as the friend who knew and believed I could do more on stage than I ever thought possible, and you wanted all of DC to know it too. Being in a show under your direction is quite possibly the closest to theater euphoria one will ever get, even when the play is dark and sad and depressing. You create worlds, spaces, moments unlike anyone else, and they are always unexpected and captivating. I thought nothing would or could top your award-winning direction of Layla & Co., and yet somehow you discovered colors and layers in My Dr. Livingston that I didn't even know existed. You constantly and consistently push yourself and outdo yourself as a director, and I'm honored to be a part of your incredible artistic journey. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, my friend, my favorite collaborator, and my chosen family. Love you, Pussycat. Alex Levy is co-nominated tonight, along with Juan Francisco Villa, for First Stage's production of Columbinus. Alex's colleague and the set designer for the production, Catherine Kaveski, had this to say. They wrote, there is a reason that the longest artistic collaboration or collaborative relationship I've had as a professional is the one I have with Alex. On every project, I watch him build a community of collaborators who are all fully and creatively included in the process. His dedication to exploring human truths on stage is matched by an equal commitment to honoring and welcoming the truth and humanity of every artist in the room with him. The way he infuses the generosity of his heart and soul in every project makes me proud to be his friend and artistic partner.
Vato Sakurashvili is nominated for Cinetic Theater's Cyrano de Bergerac. His father, Cinetic's artistic director, Pato Sakurashvili, had this to say. They wrote, talent, dedication, commitment, hard work, and humor. Though sometimes there's a little too much of that. That's how Vato turned into one hell of a performer, director, and fight choreographer. He's been at it since he was 4 years old with his mother and he became a staple of the company. Now, the first show he directed has 9 Helen Hayes nominations. That's 2 more than Hamlet. My first Sonetic show got. Seems crazy to me, but it's not unexpected. You are the future of the company. We love you and couldn't be prouder of all you've achieved and what's still to come. Oh, God. What a talented group of nominees. Congrats again.
Yeah.
Right?
Yay.
It's pretty amazing. Okay, it's time to reveal who the recipient of the 2020 award is. I have the envelope written, me. Okay. And the recipient for Outstanding Direction of a Play is Raymond O. Caldwell, Blood at the Root Theater Alliance.
Yo, thank you. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Now I have to say things. Okay, so I want to start by thanking all of the nominees, everyone that I'm nominated with. And you know, I have to say, Danielle, I love you. Danielle Drakes gave me my first directing job 10 years ago, and I am here for that, so thank you, sis. There are so many people to thank. I want to thank the folks that often don't get thanked. Our production manager, Mary Beth Weatherford, our stage manager, Thomas, Rachel, our ASM, Chris, our TD, Elliot, our master electrician, Bridget, our scenic charge, our overhire teams. Thank you, thank you. This happens because of your craft, your passion, your labor, your love. To the brilliant design team and cast, all of whom are nominated in some fashion, my assistants, Aria and Tim, my homegirl and collaborator, Tiffany Quinn. Thank you all, I love you. Thank you for saying yes. Thank you for being vulnerable. Thank you for confronting our biases. Thank you for taking care of one another when I ran away to India for those couple of months. Thank you for trusting me when I didn't trust myself. Colin Hovde, oh God, thank you. Thank you for your leadership. Thank you for your friendship, your counsel. Thank you for using your privilege and stepping down and making space so Theater Alliance could find a Black leader. So thank you. Who else? Oh, thank you to the brilliant women who make Theater Alliance happen. Oh my God, yo. These are all women who are doing part-time what has to be a full-time job. Jen Clements, my twin brain, my confidant, my business partner, Kat, Natalie Graves Tucker, my sister, Mary Beth, our former production manager, our current production manager, Rachel, to the board of directors and our show sponsor, Holly Hassett, thank you. Okay, but like this is for, I'm almost done. This award is for my mom. Thank you for this. Thank you for teaching me empathy. Thank you for always reinforcing that my queerness and my mishmash of identities were gifts of the world. Thank you for letting me be a soft Black boy. I love you. To my father, Volkmar Rena Visa, Papa Danke für alles. Thank you for building within me a love of philosophical thought, inquiry, debate, for encouraging me to live with countless possibilities. To my siblings, all 12 of you, thank you for reminding me that we can share genetic code and be very different people. And I love all of you. A big up to that Olosan clan in the Philippines and in California, Mahal Kita. To the love of my life, Eric Swartz. Thank you for being my sounding board. Thank you for quelling my fears. Thank you for feeding my stomach, my heart, my soul. I feel like I've been looking for you for every one of my past lives. And it's really dope to have found you in this one. So I love you. And finally, this award is for my father, James Earl Caldwell Sr. My father isn't alive to see this moment or Blood at the Root, but I have to thank him for haunting me as I create. I have to thank him for instilling within me a love of Black people, of Black history, of Black culture, supplanting in me the need to tell the truth about the dangers of whiteness. And so let me say that I stand in solidarity with protesters all around the world fighting for liberation of Indigenous and Black and trans and disenfranchised people. So to that end, I have to say in this moment of protest and to add to that protest, if Black Lives Matter to you on your social media feed, in your heart or your spirit, then the Black lives that exist here in Washington, DC, Black lives east of the river in wards 7 and 8, the Black history of this city should also matter to you and be uplifted to you by you. If Black Lives Matter to you, you should be standing by your neighbors and community in Anacostia, where I'm sitting right now, who are experiencing one of the most violent summers of gun violence, coupled with disproportionate effects to COVID. If Black Lives Matter to you, you should be terrified and outraged and demanding to know why Devon McNeil, an 11-year-old child, was gunned down in the literal shadows of the Frederick Douglass home just a few weeks ago. If Black Lives Matter to you, then you should get involved. Go to the Anacostia Coordinating Council. Go to their website. They have a number of amazing nonprofits that are serving Ward 7 and 8. Give and volunteer and uplift Black communities you live with. And in doing so, uplift yourself. This is the least we can do in this moment, collectively, after all we've faced. So thank you, Theater Washington. Thank you, DC Theater Scene, for 12 years of sweat and tears and friendships. And I am beyond thankful. So that's it. Bye.
Thank you, Raymond. At this time, we would like to highlight each nominee for outstanding direction of a play, Hayes.
For Vivian Benish's nominated work on Love's Labor's Lost at Folger Theater, cast member and Helen Hayes Award nominee Zachary Fine had this to say. They wrote, Vivian Benish sees things. She sees right to the heart of things, and she builds a world from there, at the very center of your heart. She burrows in there and makes you feel so much less alone. And isn't that what we all want, to feel less alone? How does she do this? She doesn't try to solve things. She doesn't fear the unknown. In fact, she rolls up her sleeves with relish at the sight of the unknown. And she lets it be what it is always meant to be, our muse. Viv makes you know, through a smile, through a tear, through a laugh, that she is with you to the end and beyond. And she does what so many are afraid to do. She lets the life of a play teem and bubble and sizzle and crackle until it bursts forth in all its messy beauty onto the stage. She harmonizes order and chaos into a symphony of truth. She is a leader and she is my friend, and she directed the F out of our show. I love her dearly. Thank you, my friend. Bravo.
Jose Carrasquillo's nominated work, The Brothers' Size at First Stage, colleague, collaborator, and friend Jeanette Buck had this to say. They wrote, an accomplished, award-winning, and nationally recognized theater director and teacher, Jose Carrasquillo has been called a stylish stylist capable of summoning stunning images that only exist in dreams. I often tell people that working with Jose is like working with a unique combination of Jiminy Cricket and the Pied Piper. His positivity is boundless. Joyful energy is contagious. And as a collaborator, I embrace the journey he has spent our endless hours preparing for us. Even in the rehearsal room, it appears to be totally spontaneous. Jose's big heart and generous spirit encourages every artist in the room to bring their best game. He's a consummate storyteller with a boundless imagination. I feel very thankful for the opportunities I have had to be in the room with him.
For Robert Richmond's nominated work on Folger Theater's Nell Gwynn, Janet Alexander Griffin, the Folger's Director of Public Programs and Artistic Producer, had this to say. They wrote, in his vivid direction of this new play about the captivating power of theater, Robert Richmond transported us effortlessly from the rustic 17th century playhouse to the lavish court of Charles II. He told the delightful rags to riches story with such great care that the gutter snipe orange seller blossomed each night as one of London's finest actors. Richmond's skill in evoking another era, making it compelling in our own, was fully on display in his direction of Nell Gwyn. Congrats.
Ryan Roulette is co-nominated for Roundhouse Theater's The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime. Ryan's co-director, Jared Mazzacci, had this to say. They wrote, co-directing Curious Incident with Ryan was an absolute honor. It, of course, was maximized by how amazing the cast was, but Ryan's excitement and passion, both in the rehearsal room and outside of the rehearsal room, was palpable and contagious. He runs on adrenaline when those brainstorm sessions begin, and there's no looking back. Ryan filled the room with confidence, trust, and compassion that led to an amazing experience that so many will cherish for years to come, myself included. Thank you, Ryan. You're awesome.
For Jerry Mazzacci, also co-nominated for Roundhouse Theater Productions' The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime, the production manager, Jesse Osheim, had this to say. They wrote, "It was thrilling to watch Jared flourish from the initial design discussions to opening night in his dual role as director and designer on this production. The evocative performances that he was able to summon from the cast inhabited the theater each evening as breathtakingly as the projections he conjured to illuminate the scenery around them. The result of Jared's guidance was made manifest not just as a great play, but as a visually and emotionally transformative theatrical experience. Congrats."
For Nicole A. Watson's nominated work on Roundhouse Theater's production of Schoolgirls, or the African Mean Girls play, cast member and 2020 Helen Hayes Award recipient Temadayo Ame had this to say. They wrote, I have had the pleasure of working with Nicole A. Watson on many projects, and in each one, I marvel at her supernatural ability to lead with strength and listen with care in the same breath. In asking my fellow schoolgirls how they would describe her, they said, Nicole is welcoming, brilliant, graceful, compassionate, vibrant, warm, genius, and fierce. Nicole A. Watson is a real one. Nicole A. Watson is a visionary. We love you, Nicole.
Thank you, and congratulations to all. Wow. All of the nominees displayed immense creativity and technical skill this year. It's now time to reveal who is the recipient of the 2020 award. And the recipients for Outstanding Direction in a Play, Hayes, is Jose Carrasquillo, Brothers Size, First Stage.
Ay, ay, ay. I just literally lost my marbles. Oh my God. Okay, you know, I really did lose my marbles. I think I'm gonna have to rely on written remarks, because otherwise we're not gonna get through this. I want to thank Theater Washington and the Helen Hayes for celebrating the work that we all do, even under these circumstances. Thank you all so very much. To my fellow nominees, I want to say that, you know, to be your blood sibling in an art form that has been with us since the beginning of time makes me so high. I can't even begin to express how I feel to be in your company. This moment is as much yours as it is mine. Alex, Levy, and everyone at First Stage, this region is so richer because you are part of the theatrical ecosystem. And Alex, we are all also so much the better for having you in our lives. Thank you so much. Alex and I actually put together a gang of theater misfits, Katie and Sarah and Yorgos and Moyenda and Billy. Thank you all so much for your beautiful work. I have to say that the good ideas were yours, they were not mine. It was such an honor to be your partners in crime in this. I'm very happy that this moment affords me the opportunity to laud the work of our three actors, Tony, Clayton, and Gary. Let me just acknowledge that the sole reason I am here is because you did some very heavy lifting on our behalf. Thank you so much. Jane, your casting process got us these three amazing actors. Thank you, my friend. I want to take an opportunity to pay special tribute to two very special people. The first is Terrell Alvin McCraney, our playwright. Terrell, your words pierce me. And given what has happened in our country, it would be unthinkable for me not to speak about what the brother-sister plays are really about. Our country was founded on values of white supremacy. Your work exposes the injustice for all lie by showing us how institutionalized racism in our legal system destroy the lives of Black young men and their families. Thank you, Terrell, for writing this incredible three plays. Second, but she's second to none, is Erica Scott, our assistant director. Erica, without you, this production would not have been possible. Your Bayou roots illuminated our path. You did exquisite work with the actors. You three-dimensionalized all of the women in the trilogy. They're so ever present. I think your work on The Brothers' Size is an indication that you are a born director, and I just cannot wait to see your work on stage. I finished by giving shout to my closest friends, to my sister, to all my theater colleagues, and to my students, to my teachers, my mentors. I value each of you so very much. And to my theatrical families, I have a lot of them. There's, of course, Gala Hispanic Theater and Theater J and the Theater Lab, and now First Stage. And of course, my beloved Forts family. You all sustain me. Thank you all so much. Last but not least, I want to really thank every artistic director who ever hired me and gave me a chance. You actually made it possible for me to live my dream. Thank you all so much. Beloved community, we will endure. Thank you all so much. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. And congratulations to all the nominees this year. Thank you to everyone for joining with us virtually this year to celebrate the nominees for Outstanding Direction in a Play. It has been our pleasure to be with you in this virtual space.
Thanks, everyone. What a beautiful, beautiful evening. Thanks to all the nominees, all these wonderful directors in this room. I appreciate you all so much. Congratulations again on your nominations, Jose and Raymond. What beautiful acceptance speeches you gave us. So much appreciation. Have a good night, everyone. We'll see you on Friday. Bye-bye.
Thank you all so much.
Yeah.
Yay!